Resume. Okay, everyone, welcome to Working Group Apply. Today is April 16th. Let's go over the items. Okay, so I don't think we've made as much progress as we wanted these last 2 weeks, and I'm going to apologize to Julian and Kevin because I didn't pay much attention to what they've done. Jenny and I have been very busy with the scalability issue, which I'm going to add here because it's not tracked yet.
Hey there, sorry for being late.
Hey,
stuck in a meeting.
Welcome. I was saying I'm sorry if we didn't pay attention to what you've done in the last 2 weeks, but we've been super busy with the
scaling.
The scalability issue, yeah.
Yeah. Did you make progress?
I wish I could say that. Let's say we have a few details we need to be careful with, and I feel like that's going to take a significant amount of time, more than expected maybe. And I think we need to change strategy.
Okay. I guess it's beta blocking, right?
Well, so the problem is that Jenny and I, we can spend like all of our time doing that and like give up on everything else. So I'll see if I can find someone who can help us with that specific issue. So we can keep moving forward with the issues we have and somebody takes care of the scalability.
Yeah. If there's something I can help with, I'm happy to help. I guess it would be good for learning, but I can't do it on my own because I barely know about the stuff.
It's hard because, I mean, it's what we've seen in the last week or so is that you need to be deeply invested in it, and it's very engaged, and it's hard to do anything at the same time. You have to be right in the middle of the thing and like super focused.
Okay.
And I think you can be extremely useful by doing some of these items. So let's go through them. Allow setting field manager declaratively. I feel like you've done a ton of progress. I haven't reviewed your latest change.
Yeah, I changed parts of what you suggested. I think, the only thing left is the validation part, which I'm still not sure how to handle. It's still in validation itself, and the feed manager is using it, but I moved parts of the code as you requested, and now I also pinged Jordan about the cap, but he didn't respond.
Okay, maybe I'll ping him too. Let's assume that this is gonna be done before the end of the sprint, though.
Yeah.
So we need to find you something else on top of that.
Yep.
Design OpenAPI v3, optional one-off. I think we've done a ton of progress on that. I've iterated on the PRs, the various PRs that I have like a couple of times, many times. There are still other things to be done. I'm definitely hoping everything's going to be wrapped up by the end of the sprint. Hopefully I can start something else before the end of the sprint. Add cross-group version test. I think Julian's done a lot of progress on that. Same, I'm expecting this is going to be done before the end of the sprint. So Julian, if you want to do something else, we should think about it.
Sure thing. Yeah, for sure.
Define OpenAPI future strategy. Jenny, do you want to say something about that?
I think what we decided was that item is going to go on for a few more releases, but we're going to just handle what to do with the V2 served stack.
Okay, I vaguely understood that. I think we need to, you need to find what you're going to do next.
I think the defaulting one is probably one of the next ones we have to do before we can release.
Which one?
The defaulting.
Okay, I'll put your name there then. Where is it? This one. Yes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's going to be super useful. We absolutely need that. Use the schema provided by your CRD if it exists. Okay, I think this is a big one, no? Do you have an opinion, Jenny, on this one?
Right. I think we need to decide about this because, like you said, not all of the schemas that are provided in V3 are going to be convertible to V2. And we're doing something now, and we could use the served schema, but it's going to make it a little bit unpredictable if someone changes their schema to something that is no longer convertible, and then all the apply behavior changes.
Okay, I think I'll try and take care of this one then. And I see the next one, because I'm hoping the union is going to be done by the end of this sprint, so I can look at these. And Kevin, I suspect the next one's going to be good for you because you thought about that before. Verify and maybe document how to wipe out managed fields.
You mean as user phase documentation?
So Daniel was asking the other day, how do I remove the managed fields?
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't say, I can't remember what we decided, and I don't think we documented it. And I don't think we have a test either to see if it works.
Okay, yeah. So it should work through a normal update, so as a patch.
Yeah, we need to maybe see patch, probably not apply, but at least patch and update. We should make sure that we have a good way to remove the managed fields and make sure it works, document it.
Okay, yeah.
I'll put your name. Since you already worked on that somehow.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Oh, I forgot this one. I missed this one. I forgot this one. Decide what to do with mutating admission controllers. So we had Jenny and I had a meeting with Wei, which is working in our team, and he's trying to detect errors in mutating webhooks. And so we suggested that maybe tracking the ownership of fields in the mutating webhook would help with the validating and finding errors made by mutating webhooks. So it's going to help us and work on this specific step, decide what to do with mutating admission controllers, which is probably going to be cool update so we can track the fields owned by the webhooks. I think that's going to be good. That's going to be a cool feature. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Server-side apply takes ownership of fields that don't get set due to status wiping.
Oh. Mm. Should they get added to the stripping, or what's the?
So the problem with this one, we can open the bug. The problem with this one is that when you apply with a status, at the very end of the process, what you applied in the status is going to be stripped.
Mm-hmm. In the storage, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost in etcd, yeah. And so it's hard for us to know what's going to happen. We don't know when we register the fields, when we track the fields. So I don't know exactly how we're going to fix this one. Maybe we could do a strip in the apply code that would work. But there are like probably bugs hidden behind this one. As in, I think if you send something on the status, then you can maybe set some stuff in the spec, and you shouldn't be able to do that. So we need to be extremely careful with this one.
I'm not sure if that's actually true because if you send something in status, then I think the manage field should be wiped too, right?
Yes. What do you mean by should?
At the last step, it's going to wipe everything in anything that's non-status, right?
Right.
Before it
So
commits
we're going to have the problem with the status endpoint.
No, I don't think so because we're also going to wipe the manage fields field as well, set it back to what it used to be. I don't know if it's going to be able to update the manage fields when someone.
Yeah, I don't think it can.
At all.
Yeah, we need to do it. We need to know earlier what's going to be done. So that's a tricky one. Let's.
And so from what I read from the ticket issue description is that we just would have to strip every field beneath status.
For this one, yes, but
yeah. Okay.
One of the problems is that since the code are like the pieces of code are like in very different locations, it's kind of hard to assume that we can do that or can't. Right? Because it's like if the code change wherever somewhere else, then it's gonna be inconsistent. I'm not super excited of like deciding we're going to strip everything in the status early in the process, and then it's going to actually be wiped later. So I don't know about this one. Julian, we don't have that many tasks left. We could do this one.
Sure.
Jenny, do you remember what this means? Make sure built-in types are. We don't know for sure. Okay, one thing that could be useful, and maybe we could use this, is that we want to make sure that no objects are going to fail to be updated because of the manage fields. And so I think someone has to go over all the types and see. I don't know how we can do that, but we would need to find a way to make sure that all the types can be encoded successfully.
I think that item meant that we're trying to make sure all the lists are annotated with the correct
Oh, that's a good point.
tags and stuff like that.
Okay, I'll clarify. Okay, that's something you could do, Julian, if you're interested.
Yeah, for sure. I'll take a look.
And of course, you can ask us if you need like any information on that. We're gonna have to deal with the unions too. Unions are probably set. I'm defined. You're not there. Is that how it's spelled?
Yes.
Awesome. Magic. Okay. Okay, cool. I think that's it. We don't have much to say or do. I think we're on time. We're slightly late because we expected these tasks to be done by now, but I think we have some margin of error, so we should be good. But we should definitely have the 4 or 5 first tasks done by the end of the sprint. But besides that, we're mostly on time. We have the scalability issue, which is probably going to be critical. We can't enable beta until we have the scalability issue fixed. That's all I have for today.
Yeah. Will you take a look at my PR and I'll maybe we can finish it this week.
Yeah, I'll do it now. Same for you, Ken.
Okay, thanks.
I want to unblock these two so we can move forward.
Great.
Cool. See you guys in 2 weeks and have fun.
Yeah. GG. Bye.
Bye.